Hi, this is Business with Dave. In this video, I'll be giving you my best tips for market store, starting up your market store for beginners, and see if this is a path that you want to give it a try, if you want to pursue. But yeah, let's jump straight into this video. Firstly, it's literally all about planning. If you want to start your own market store business, plan, because if you don't plan, then you're planning for failure. If you do plan, then at least it gives you a sort of framework, a sort of guideline, a sort of vision that you want to do and take from it, what kind of products you want to sell, what you're potentially making and selling it to the consumer, customers that hopefully will buy from you. So if you can have everything planned out and consider the different options, like what you're going to make, the ingredients that you want to do, or things that you're going to import and sell to people, where you're going to sell it. So if it's a market store, online, have those different options planned up and write it all down on your phone or on a notepad. Have your ideas written down, and hopefully you can go back to it and see the pros and cons. Next point is all about organizing yourself. So if it's your ideas, if you have so many different ideas you want to consider, literally again, jot it all down, see the pros and cons, what works, what doesn't work, how easy it is for you to do this than to do this, what's the opportunity cost, how much money do you need to invest, how much effort and time you want to put in, if it's part-time you want to invest into it or full-time. Do consider the different ideas as well. There's so many different ideas. I've created videos of different market stores and street food ideas that you could do, so do consider the videos and ideas. Hopefully I'll put it in the description below so you can check those ideas out. But do consider how you want to organize your business. It could be as simple as creating a product, starting a market store business and selling it to consumers. And obviously you work on packaging, marketing, and all financing and stuff like that. But literally it could be from creating, selling it to customers, and literally that's your business. You don't need to make it too complicated, but if you're disorganized, if everything is messy, if you're doing stuff half-heartedly, then you're not really fully focused and you're getting your business or product in the right frame or quality that you want it to. So do focus on quality, making sure you're pricing it right, that you're making a profit potentially as well before you're even starting. And yeah, do consider organizing everything in terms of business and yourself. Do consider different points as well. Next is literally, I feel like is the most important, so don't overlook this, is to do your research. This is your market research, whether it's you pick the product that you like, see what kind of variations, what kind of products existing already, the different market store people who are selling. Can you do something better? Can you improve on a product? Can you improve on your service, ingredients, imported goods and stuff like that? Literally you're researching your idea and what can you do better, what is already existing, what are the prices like already, can you do better on price? Is it going to be premium, is it going to be affordable, or is it just going to be low and like quality is low but you're selling in volume? This is the ideas that you need to research, because if you don't research into it, then for me you don't have a right goal, sort of, you don't know where you're going with it. So as long as you sort of know what potential customers will want, whether they'll pay money for it and whether they buy from you, that's where you need to do your market research. Potentially let people give you feedback on the idea, see what they think. But literally it's just so much information online. Look on YouTube, different businesses are out there already, see what they do well, see what you can adapt, see what you can improve. But ultimately thoroughly believe in it, and if you do your research well, then hopefully your idea is solid, people you can see will know there's demand, and hopefully that will make sure your business will get off on a good step. The next point is to prove that your idea has some sort of demand. So this is again where you do your research, you hopefully have people to share your ideas with and let constructive criticism point out the different things that hopefully you can improve on. But it's proving that your idea has legs, and ultimately there's no way of knowing unless you start it yourself and then you have some sort of research. So literally you have an idea, you set up a store, see how it goes. If it makes a couple of sales, see what the reaction is with potential customers as well. Then you can change up your idea. It doesn't have to be fixed on one idea. So literally you could start with one idea and you can see something else is selling, so you start off with something else and you forget this idea. Literally so many things you could go on, but the best thing, as you're sort of learning, you're going along and you're experiencing, that's the ultimate thing for you as a beginner, to hopefully learn from, develop as well, develop skills that hopefully can become transferable skills to maybe your future business or future job, which is good for your development and literally your confidence and social skills as well. The next point is to take action. Literally, as a beginner or as someone who just thinks of so many different business ideas, if you don't act on it, if you don't implement it, if you've done your organizing, planning and researching, this is where you act upon it. This is where you prove the market, prove the concept, prove that there's demand, show that you have sales for what you're doing, show that you have USPs, your unique selling point. Why are customers buying from you and not from someone else? Is it something new? Is it something better? Is it something variation that is just unique to your style or your unique branding and stuff like that? So many different angles you can go with it. But literally, if you don't take action, then you don't start. If you don't start, then you don't really have a business, you just have an idea. So even if it's just like a sample and you're trying it out, do give it a try. You never know, there literally could be a hidden demand for it that you've not seen coming, but people really want what you're trying to do or what you're trying to sell, or a service that you're trying to provide. So do try that out, see if it goes well. If it doesn't go well, then literally you're learning from it and you hopefully spent not a lot of money into trialing the idea and seeing if it works. But for me, I'd rather give it a try, have no regrets about it, because literally if you have an idea that's just sitting there, you are gonna kick yourself if someone's already just started it and is already making a decent success of it, just because you had this idea maybe 2, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, but you're just afraid to take the risk and give it a try. Literally, fear is the only thing stopping you from acting on it. So do consider the time, money and effort that you potentially put into it, and do consider those options. The next point is consistency. If you're not consistent in your service, your product, then no one's gonna really come back to buy what you're selling. It needs to be consistent, it needs to be decent quality at least, or of high quality for what they're paying for. In terms of street food or market store or any product or any service, if it's not consistent, they're not going to tell their friends and family about you. You want it to be consistently good reviews going, and hopefully you can expand your business and hopefully have lots of people working for you. But that consistency is so important, because if you're offering good service on one time, bad service on another time, and good service, people don't know what they're expecting. But if you offer good service overall, then people know what they're expecting from you. The next point is goal setting. Super important, because you don't want to set your standards low or your goals too low. Do try to aim as high as you possibly can, but obviously stuff will change, time will change. So many stuff happens in life that will throw you a curveball and you need to adapt and change. The idea that you vision might not be from the start will be the same in 5 years time, but do you have if you do want to start something, do you have a minimum of what you want to try to create or what you want to try to achieve? Because then at least you can work towards that, and then maybe you have an ambitious idea once you achieve that minimum or requirement, or just that bit where it's worth you doing. Because ultimately you're doing it because hopefully you enjoy doing it, hopefully you're providing something that will hopefully give people a reason to buy from you, an enjoyment, an experience. So do consider setting your goals where you can break even, that it can get you a sort of good earnings, and then maybe an ambitious idea or ambitious vision where you're expanding or you're opening another market store or you're selling more products and stuff like that, or expanding into different ranges as well of what you're trying to sell or different variations. Do consider the little milestones, different goal settings that you want to try to do, because ultimately the world is your oyster, guys. You can literally do anything you want if you put your mind and passion into it and time and effort, and ultimately if you want to expand, you're going to maybe put in more money into it, but hopefully you have that customer base already, which is super solid, and that people know about you and your business. That's already a good starting point for you as a business. So do consider setting reasonable goals, and hopefully you can achieve those, and as you go along you'll get that satisfaction as well, which is always a big plus, because it's that part of self-fulfillment that I really enjoy achieving. And setting yourself a goal can actually hopefully get you up in the mornings and push you through the hard times, because there will be hard times whatever business that you start. There'll be stresses everywhere, but if you have a solid goal in mind, if you have a certain money that you want to sort of make, or sort of sales margins, stuff like that, then you'll push yourself to do it till you reach that goal. Or if it's something that is more reasonable and you're just okay with doing, then that's all good plus, because you're literally doing something that hopefully you enjoy, that you love doing, and you're literally doing your own business. And my last point is literally the point before, but it's enjoyment. It's about finding your passion, finding what you want to hopefully bring to the world and add your own twist to it. That hopefully if it's a variation on a particular bowler hat that you see people wearing it around, they're sharing on social media, that you get that enjoyment, that people are buying it, that are enjoying it. If it's a type of food, they're enjoying your homemade cooking and walking around and eating it and giving you positive feedback. It's that enjoyment that you won't often get if you just work a solid 9-to-5 job, but you're doing something you're passionate about, so you're taking that enjoyment to the next level, and you're getting that satisfaction that yes, you're making money from something that you're passionate about doing, and it's just all worth the time, effort, the hardship, and all the stress and everything that comes with starting your own business. It'll all be worth it. But obviously all that enjoyment, you can see people enjoy it and they appreciate what you're doing. That in itself is already worthwhile doing. So do consider starting your own market store business if you're passionate about it and you enjoy it. Particularly if you're starting off, it will be hard. I'm not gonna deny it's one of the hardest things that you'll be doing, starting your own business, managing all the different business parts, but ultimately you're learning about it and you're progressing in that sense, and you're building confidence. So do consider all of these tips and ideas I spoke about during this video, and do it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope you found this video useful and you could take these useful tips and adapt it to your street food business, your market store business, a product business, a service business, and do make use of everything else, because ultimately as long as you enjoy what you're doing, you're sharing an idea that you just thought up and you're making it into something and you're selling it to someone, that in itself is worth doing, learning from it, and hopefully you can adapt the skills and transfer your skills to future careers and stuff like that. Do consider starting a business just for the sake of starting a business, because why not start a business? You learn so much, you create something from an idea to a product, so many possibilities for the future. So yeah, I've been Business with Dave. Do consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Love to see those subscribers go up, and everyone who has subscribed, you guys are awesome. It means I'm doing something alright and you like the content, and I will continue doing those. But yeah, I've been Business with Dave. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.